If you've ever watched a large ship moving through the ocean, you might have noticed something odd. Jutting out from the sides of the hull, below the waterline, are enormous fin-like structures. They look completely wrong. They look like they would slow the ship down. They look like they would add drag and increase fuel consumption. They look like they serve no purpose whatsoever. Yet modern ships have them. Cruise ships have them. Container ships have them. Naval warships have them. These fins exist on some of the most expensive and carefully engineered vessels ever built. There must be a reason, and the reason is far more sophisticated than you might imagine. Today we're uncovering the mystery of one of maritime engineering's most counterintuitive features. The fins you're looking at are called stabilizers, and their entire purpose is to stop the ship from rolling. Rolling is the side-to-side motion of a ship, where one side tilts up and the other side tilts down. In rough seas, waves hit the ship from the side, creating enormous rolling forces. Without stabilizers, a ship would roll dramatically, sometimes to angles exceeding 30 degrees. The cargo would shift. The structure would experience severe stress. Passengers would be thrown around. The ship might even capsize. Stabilizers prevent all of this by actively fighting the rolling motion, keeping the ship level even in the most extreme conditions. To understand why stabilizers are necessary, we need to understand how waves affect a ship. Imagine a ship sitting in still water. It's perfectly level. Now imagine a large wave approaching from the side. The wave pushes on the side of the ship, creating a force that tries to tip the ship over. The ship tilts. As the wave passes, the ship tilts back. The natural pendulum motion of the ship causes it to overshoot, tilting too far in the opposite direction. Then it swings back again. The ship oscillates. This oscillation is rolling. In heavy seas, waves constantly approach from various directions. Some waves might be perfectly aligned with the ship's course. Others might hit from the side. The largest waves might come from an angle. Each wave creates a rolling force. If the ship's natural rolling frequency happens to match the wave frequency, resonance occurs. The rolling motion amplifies with each wave. The ship rocks back and forth with increasing intensity. This is called synchronous rolling, and it's dangerous. Stabilizers prevent this by damping the rolling motion, dissipating the energy that would otherwise cause larger and larger oscillations. The first stabilizers were passive systems. They were simply ballast tanks, compartments partially filled with water. As the ship rolled, water sloshed from one side to the other, shifting weight and partially counteracting the rolling motion. These passive systems helped, but they were limited. They required manual control. The crew had to actively pump water from one side to the other to maintain stability. Modern stabilizers are active systems. They use hydraulics, electronics, and sophisticated control algorithms to automatically counteract rolling motion in real time. Modern active stabilizers are essentially underwater wings. They're mounted on the sides of the ship, typically just below the waterline. The stabilizer fin is shaped like an airplane wing turned 90 degrees. It has a curved upper surface and a flatter lower surface. As water flows past the fin, the shape creates pressure differences that generate an upward or downward force, depending on the fin's angle. By rapidly changing the angle of the fin, the ship can create forces that push against the rolling motion. The hydraulic system is the heart of the modern stabilizer. Pumps driven by electric motors generate pressurized hydraulic fluid. Valves direct this fluid to actuators. The actuators are hydraulic cylinders that change the angle of the fin blades. Sensors on the ship continuously measure the ship's motion. Gyroscopes measure the ship's roll rate and roll angle. Accelerometers measure acceleration forces. This sensor data is fed into a control computer that calculates the optimal fin angle to counteract the current rolling motion. The control system operates with remarkable speed. Multiple times per second, the computer samples sensor data, calculates the required fin angle, and sends commands to the hydraulic actuators. The actuators respond immediately, changing the fin angle. If the ship is starting to roll to the right, the stabilizer fin on the right side changes angle to push downward, fighting the roll. Simultaneously, the stabilizer fin on the left side changes angle to push upward, adding additional force to counteract the rolling. The two fins work in harmony, creating forces that directly oppose the ship's rolling motion. The effectiveness of stabilizers is remarkable. A cruise ship without stabilizers in rough seas might roll 15 to 20 degrees. With active stabilizers engaged, the same ship might roll only 3 to 5 degrees. This dramatic reduction in rolling makes an enormous difference in passenger comfort. On a cruise ship, most passengers would be extremely uncomfortable with 15-degree rolls. With stabilizers limiting the roll to 5 degrees, most passengers don't even notice the sea state. This comfort is worth the cost and complexity of the stabilizer system. The design of the stabilizer fin is critical. The fin must be large enough to generate sufficient force to counteract rolling, but it must not be so large that it adds excessive drag. A large fin creates drag that increases fuel consumption. The designer must balance the need for rolling reduction against the cost of additional fuel consumption. Modern fins are carefully shaped and sized through computer simulations and extensive testing. The fin's shape is optimized to generate maximum force while minimizing drag. Different ship types require different stabilizer designs. A cruise ship carries hundreds or thousands of passengers who prioritize comfort. Cruise ships typically have large stabilizer fins that can reduce rolling to minimal levels, even in rough seas. A cargo ship doesn't have passengers, so some rolling is acceptable. Cargo ships might have smaller stabilizers that provide reasonable rolling reduction at lower fuel consumption cost. Naval warships might have specialized stabilizer designs optimized for combat conditions. A warship needs to maintain stability to keep weapon systems operational and to allow precise aiming of guns and missiles. The location of the stabilizer fin is carefully chosen. The fin must be submerged even in rough seas. If the top of the fin breaks through the water surface, it loses effectiveness. The fin must be large enough to generate sufficient force, but it can't be so large that it causes the ship to sit too deep in the water. The designer must find the optimal balance. Typically, stabilizer fins are mounted at a depth of about 2 to 4 meters below the waterline. This ensures the fin remains submerged in most sea conditions while generating sufficient force. Stabilizer fins must be designed to withstand enormous forces. The pressure exerted by water on the fin can be hundreds of tons. The fin structure must be made from high-strength steel or advanced composite materials. The fin is connected to the ship's hull through heavy brackets and fasteners designed to transfer these enormous forces. Any weakness in the fin structure or its connection to the hull could result in failure. Failures can be catastrophic. A broken stabilizer fin could leave the ship unable to control rolling. The resulting motion could damage cargo or injure people. The hydraulic system is equally critical. The system must be robust and reliable. Hydraulic lines must be flexible enough to accommodate the ship's motion while remaining strong enough to contain the high pressures. The hydraulic fluid must not leak, especially near electrical systems where it could cause fires. Backup systems are essential. If the primary hydraulic pump fails, a backup pump automatically engages. If an actuator fails, the opposite actuator on the other side of the ship continues operating, providing at least partial stability. Passive stabilizers still exist on some ships, particularly smaller vessels. Passive stabilizers, called bilge keels, are essentially thin fins that run lengthwise along the sides of the hull. These keels damp rolling motion through a different mechanism. As the ship rolls, water flows across the hull, creating turbulence around the keel. This turbulence dissipates energy from the rolling motion. Bilge keels are simple, require no power, and have no moving parts. But they're less effective than active stabilizers. Bilge keels reduce rolling by about 30 to 40%. Active stabilizers can reduce rolling by 60 to 80%. Some modern ships use a hybrid approach. The ship has both active stabilizers and bilge keels. The bilge keels provide passive damping all the time, requiring no energy. The active stabilizers engage when rolling exceeds a certain threshold. This approach provides good rolling reduction with reasonable energy consumption. The system is also redundant. If the active stabilizers fail, the bilge keels still provide some damping. The energy consumption of active stabilizers is significant. The hydraulic pumps driving the stabilizers draw power from the ship's electrical system. On a cruise ship, stabilizers might consume several hundred kilowatts continuously during rough seas. This is a substantial amount of power. Over a long voyage, this power consumption adds to the fuel bill. But the comfort benefit for passengers justifies the cost. For cargo ships, the equation is different. Cargo doesn't require comfort. The cost of operating stabilizers might not justify the modest rolling reduction. Many cargo ships operate without active stabilizers or with smaller systems. The sensors used in stabilizer control systems are incredibly precise. Modern gyroscopes can measure rotation rates to within a fraction of a degree per second. Accelerometers can measure acceleration to within milliometers per second squared. The control computer uses this data to make thousands of calculations per second. The precision is necessary because the response time is critical. If the stabilizer response is delayed by even a fraction of a second, it becomes less effective at counteracting rolling motion. The control algorithms used in modern stabilizer systems are sophisticated. Rather than simply responding to current rolling motion, the systems predict future motion based on sensor trends. If the ship's roll rate is increasing, the system anticipates that the roll angle will continue to increase and adjusts the fins accordingly. This predictive control is more effective than simple reactive control. It prevents rolling from building up by counteracting it before it reaches problematic levels. Different sea states require different stabilizer settings. In calm seas, the stabilizers might be disengaged entirely to save power. In moderate seas, the stabilizers operate at moderate power levels. In extreme seas, the stabilizers operate at maximum power. Some modern systems have multiple operational modes. The captain or automated system can select a mode appropriate for current conditions. In some cases, the system is fully automatic, continuously adjusting stabilizer settings based on detected wave conditions. Stabilizer systems must operate in harsh marine environments. Salt spray corrodes metal components. Wave impacts create vibration and stress. Temperature extremes from tropical heat to Arctic cold test materials. The system must be robust enough to operate reliably for decades with minimal maintenance. Regular inspections and maintenance are essential. Hydraulic fluid must be monitored and replaced periodically. Seals must be checked for leaks. Electrical connections must be protected from corrosion. The installation of stabilizers on existing ships is complex. The fins must be mounted precisely. The hydraulic system must be integrated into the ship's systems. The control system must be wired throughout the ship with redundant power sources. Installing stabilizers on a ship that wasn't originally designed with them requires significant structural modifications. For this reason, most ships have stabilizers designed into them from the beginning. The mounting points and structural reinforcements are built into the original hull design. Future stabilizer systems will be even more sophisticated. Some designs use multiple smaller fins instead of one large fin on each side. Multiple fins can be adjusted independently, providing finer control. Artificial intelligence systems will be trained on data from thousands of ships to optimize stabilizer control. Predictive systems will use weather forecasts and ocean models to anticipate coming seas and adjust stabilizers preemptively. These systems will reduce rolling even more effectively while using less power. Some experimental designs use a different approach entirely. Gyroscopic stabilizers use rapidly spinning rotors. The rotors are mounted so their spin axis is perpendicular to the ship's direction. As the ship tries to roll, the gyroscopic effect of the spinning rotors creates forces that resist the rolling. Gyroscopic stabilizers require no water flow and no external fins. They could potentially be installed inside the ship rather than on the hull. However, gyroscopic stabilizers have not yet seen widespread adoption. They're complex and require significant power. Another experimental approach uses air bubbles. A system pumps air from compressors below the waterline, releasing the air along the sides of the ship. The air bubbles reduce the effective density of water near the ship's sides, reducing the rolling forces created by waves. This system is called an air bubble curtain. It has advantages because it requires no moving external fins. But it has disadvantages including complexity and the need for continuous air supply. These systems remain experimental. The role of stabilizers extends beyond passenger comfort. Stabilizers are critical for ship safety. In extreme rolling, cargo can shift dangerously. Containers can fall off the ship. The ship's structure itself can be damaged by the stresses from rolling. Stabilizers prevent these catastrophes. They keep cargo secure. They prevent structural damage. They ensure the ship remains stable enough to be controlled even in extreme conditions. This safety function is as important as the comfort function. Military ships use stabilizers for different purposes. A naval warship needs to maintain stability to operate weapons systems effectively. If a ship is rolling, guns can't aim accurately. Missiles can't be launched reliably. Sensor systems can't function optimally. Stabilizers keep the ship level so that all systems operate at peak effectiveness. In combat conditions, stabilizers might be the difference between a successful operation and a failed mission. Research vessels use stabilizers to enable scientific equipment to function. Oceanographic instruments need stable platforms to take accurate measurements. If the ship is rolling excessively, sensor readings become unreliable. Stabilizers keep the ship steady enough that instruments can operate effectively. This is especially important for sensitive measurements that require micron-level precision. The economic impact of stabilizers is substantial. Cruise lines spend millions of dollars installing stabilizers on their ships because the passenger comfort benefit justifies the expense. Passengers choose cruise ships with better stabilization. Ships with excellent stabilization can charge premium prices. The revenue benefit of better passenger comfort far exceeds the cost of the stabilizer system. For cargo ships, the economic calculation is less favorable. Passengers don't pay for cargo comfort. The reduced rolling might prevent some cargo damage, but the benefit might not justify the cost. Environmental considerations are increasingly important. Stabilizer systems that use hydraulic fluid must prevent leaks that could pollute the ocean. Modern systems have multiple safeguards. Hydraulic fluid is collected and recycled. Seals are designed to prevent leakage even if pressure spikes occur. In extreme situations where a hydraulic line ruptures, catchment systems collect the fluid before it can reach the ocean. These systems add cost and complexity, but environmental responsibility is non-negotiable for modern ships. The future of stabilizer technology will see increased automation and intelligence. Ships will have systems that automatically adjust stabilizer settings as sea state changes. Ships will communicate with each other, sharing information about sea conditions. This shared information can help ships optimize their routes to minimize rolling even before encountering specific seas. Weather prediction systems will provide detailed forecasts of wave conditions. The stabilizer system will use this information to preemptively adjust settings, reducing rolling before waves arrive. The stabilizer system represents one of many engineering solutions that work together to make ships safer and more comfortable. From the hull design that reduces wave-making resistance to the propulsion system that moves the ship efficiently to the stabilizer system that controls rolling, every component works in harmony. Understanding how these systems work reveals the incredible sophistication of modern maritime engineering. It shows how engineers solve seemingly impossible problems through careful analysis, precise design, and continuous refinement. The next time you see a ship, imagine the invisible fins working below the waterline. Picture the hydraulic system pumping fluid to the actuators. Visualize the control computer continuously adjusting the fin angles, counteracting the rolling motion caused by waves. Imagine the passengers or cargo remaining level and stable while nature's forces rage around them. This is engineering solving a real problem. This is precision applied to the challenge of controlling an object that weighs hundreds of thousands of tons in an environment that's constantly trying to push it around. If you're fascinated by how maritime engineering solves the challenges of operating at sea, subscribe to the channel. We regularly explore the systems that make modern ships work safely and efficiently. From propulsion to steering to cargo handling to stability control, each system reflects decades of research and optimization. Understanding these systems reveals principles that apply far beyond maritime technology. Your subscription supports the creation of content that reveals how the world's infrastructure actually works. Thank you for watching and for your interest in understanding the hidden systems that make modern shipping possible.